Hi, in this video we'll look into how to edit a plan of action once the plan of action has been validated and locked in the system. So here I'm logged in the demo country as a strategy manager user, so I have the rights of a strategy manager, which are the only rights with which you can actually edit the plan of action once it has been locked and approved. So here I'm on the plan of action page. So to remind you, this goes into strategy management and then clicking on the plan of action here. This page is already loaded and you see here on the top right a manage PoA button. So I will click on that and then I can choose which strategy I would like to unlock for editing. I need to be specific. Which strategy are we editing? And then once I pick the one I want to edit, and this could be several, I will then choose a file that allows me to keep track of the fact that there is a validation for edits that we're about to do. So I click choose file and then I will just pick any file here to go for this and then I will save. Once this is done, the two selected sectors will be available for editing. So here, if I go to Manage PoA, I will have access to the editing of two of the strategies, which is boat building and electrical and electronic machinery. So if you look into processed food here, it is showing as locked. However, boat building is unlocked by the strategy manager based on a document here, which shows the track record when this edit has happened. So how to edit the plan of action, just so you know how this works. This plan of action has been set to have 3 hierarchical layers. That means that there is 2 objective layers before we get into the actions. However, there is also an option to amend this level and have maybe 1 objective layer and then straight away into the action, or more than 2 objective layers and then going into the actions. So once you have this setup structure, like here, you can add a new objective. So when you click add objective, this will add a first level objective like a strategic objective here. So the first hierarchical level. I can put test objective option to assign here an area of change to this objective and clicking on save. The system saves it and usually sends it all the way down. You can see here we have this test objective 5, the one that I entered, that shows here. Then I can expand on it. I can of course cut and paste it somewhere else if I'd like to have it in another location of the existing plan of action, or I can delete it. And I can also add a sub-objective. So let's click on that. And then I will put sub-objective 1. And again, I can also add an area of change and then I click save. So this allows me to have a second layer of hierarchy, so the layer number 2. Again, same options here when I expand that objective. I can also edit it back by clicking on it and click on the button edit as well. So this is something that is always available, so you can also edit and delete it by clicking on it. And then finally, there is this last layer, which is to add an action. This is where the fields are the most extensive. So here you will need to add all of the fields required. Here we have the description, the level of priority, the estimated budget. Then we have start and end date. Justification for the activity is not a mandatory field. This is lead implementer, which is definitely a very important mandatory field. So let's put Ministry of Commerce here. I will add an estimated budget as well. Just as an information, the tool allows for setting up in your own currency. So you can use any country currency here for the tool. It will automatically assign that currency. Then you can also add supporting implementing partners if there are. The areas of change again. And this is very important. Maybe one of the most important aspects is to add a target. I will just put training 1 as a description and then save. So here is my activity training 1. I can click on it and see more detail about it. So what I can see is basically all the description, then where it stands inside of the hierarchy of the existing strategy, if there is any connected tasks to this action, and then documents. You can also upload some documents to complement this action. So this is how you can edit your plan of action if it is validated and locked for editing. Just as a reminder again, these options are only available for the strategy manager because he is the one or she is the one who is supposed to have that proof document for uploading as justifying the amendment. So the strategy management unit staff cannot actually do this. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.